Introducing Steve Piasecki. What the hell's this? You say you're introducing Steve Piasecki, then you give me Murder, She Wrote with Jessica Fletcher. What's that all about? Simple. Steve Piasecki takes pages right out of Jessica Fletcher's book. He's similar, but different. Murder, She Wrote is a crime drama television series. Steve Piasecki is a new crime drama series of books, hoping to become a television series. Jess is a middle-aged female living in the fictional town of Cabot's Cove in New England. Steve's a 30-something male living in the real town of Clifton Heights in the suburbs of Philadelphia. Jess is a best-selling mystery writer. Steve is an aspiring mystery writer, still trying to sell his first story, and he moonlights as an Uber driver to pay his bills. Jess keeps getting involved in murders, then helps the police solve them. Steve's Uber riders keep getting involved in murders, then he helps the police solve them. Where do these stories come from? Well, some of you folks read my regular posts about my daily activities with Uber and Lyft. And as you can see, I'm able to get my riders to open up and tell me things. Well, that's where these episodes come from. I didn't start writing until I was 42. Pretty much middle-aged like Jessica Fletcher. And it took 3 years and a lot of rejections before I sold my first story. Here it is, A Taste for Revenge. And it took another 3 years before Warner Books published my first book, Born to Be Wild. And for the last 6 years, I've been moonlighting with both Uber and Lyft. More than 20,000 rides. And every episode in the Steve Piasecki crime series comes from something my riders share with me. Then I put my imagination to work. I wrote more than 100 true murder stories for the detective magazines over the years. Worked with some of the best homicide detectives in the world. Spent more than a year in courtrooms around the country. Worked with lawyers on both sides and judges. Some bad guys, including killers. When I first started driving with Uber and Lyft, I worked nights. And I picked up a lot of strippers at the end of their shifts. Then drove them home. And guess what? The strippers spilled their guts to me. Steve's first episode, which we'll get into next time, is called Dead Stripper. Came right from the mouth of one of my strippers. And then I embellished it. And I let Larry David read the first draft, and then I asked him what he thought. And here's what Larry had to say.
Pretty good.
Thanks, Larry. Until next time. See you. And that's a wrap.